Grand Slam.
Hello, hello, hello. Happy Sunday evening. Welcome to Raincross Farms Makery. I am Robin. Behind the camera, behind the computer is my husband Bill. And on their pillows are Duke and Daisy. And they are just enraptured by what's going on here. Full attention.
Is that what they are?
No, they are lounging, being lazy. Because they've been lazy all day. Why should this evening change? Okay, so let me pull up the live on
Nobody
my
had said
phone.
hello.
They've been lazy all day.
Whoa. Lonely.
Okay, Leona's here. Yay, welcome. How is everybody? So when you pop on, say hello. If you're new, let us know where you're watching from.
Cheryl.
Hey, Cheryl. Welcome. Hope you had a great weekend, and I hope you're ready. Hello, Patty. How are you? I just sent you a message. Hopefully you've got that. Hey, Alana. Yeah, we are good. I hope you are good. Hope you are feeling better and raring to go back to work in a day or two. Hi, Melissa. Welcome. Okay, so you know the drill. Like and love our page, follow us, and sprinkle the video to your page, or if you're part of any other craft groups, we would love to have you sprinkle our video there. That helps our business so much. Hello, hello, Melissa.
I don't know why it's not letting me share it all of a sudden.
Who knows? It's
All right.
Facebook.
Love Facebook.
It's Facebook. Once you get something figured out, they change it. You've got to love Facebook. You really do. You have to love Facebook because they know if you don't. Sprinkle, thank you so much. We sure appreciate that. It's helping grow our number of followers. We're up to, I don't know, 720 something. I don't know. I stopped looking every day because every once in a while you find out about when you get tested. So you have to get tested so that you can go back. Is that how it goes? I stopped looking to see how many followers I have. At least I stopped looking so often because I'd go to bed at night and it would be 705. And I'd get up in the morning and it'd be 703. And I'd think, what? Which two people jumped ship? What did we do to offend you? So I stopped looking at the numbers quite so often. So welcome. We are going to be chalking on some glass jars because Valentine's is the time for candy, isn't it? If nothing else, if not time for love and romance, it's time for candy. So
That's right. Amen.
I was at a thrift store and I found this square jar with this nice little lid. It was $2.69
That was our favorite.
minus the senior discount because you go on Wednesdays and you get the senior discount. So let me see if I can peel this off.
Idaho Youth Branch.
Idaho Youth Ranch, yes. One of our favorites. Oh, yeah. That's, I've heard so
That's
many
what you
people.
like checking your weight.
That's true too. It's like all I did was breathe and I gained 3 pounds. Okay. No, can't get rid of you, Cheryl. So I'm sorry, Alana, but be glad, I guess. Be glad it's over, right? You got some antibodies, so that ought to do you some good. Okay, so I took that sticker off. So we're going to dress up a couple of these, and this is just a Yankee candle jar. There used to be a candle in here, and when it melted down, I cleaned it out, and we're going to put candy in it. Okay, but I'm noticing it's got some sticker junk. Sticker junk. So I'm going to clean off. You know what I'm going to do? Since this is kind of like a magic eraser, I'm going to use it like one. Where did that go? There. Ooh. Don't tell anybody. These not only clean your transfers, they clean the labels off of your jars.
So do magic.
So do magic erasers. But these don't have chemicals, so not that I care so much about putting chemicals on this. Okay, so we are going to use a couple of new transfers that I haven't used and a couple of old ones, or some new, some old, to put on our jars. So I'm going to take the lids off to start.
Are you going to do prints or are you going to etch?
I'm not going to etch. I'm going to do it with chalk, because after Thanksgiving.
A long time to wait.
Oh, that's true. After Valentine's Day, I might want to reuse the jar. I'm getting really big on not storing things away
Yay!
for once a year. So I don't need to be putting my jars in a Valentine storage box. So I'm just going to chalk it. That way I can clean it off and I can put an Easter transfer on it. And I can use the same jar for Easter and I don't have to pack it away. Aren't I smart? I am just so smart. Yes, and you could just use a pickle jar. You can use mason jars, but sometimes they don't really have a flat side depending on what brand you get. But you could just use a pickle jar.
So you could go to the
decorate
store and buy pickles, knowing that you're going to use it for a jar later.
Yes, so choose your pickles based on its chalkability, right? We were disappointed. My mother used to always make this, snack dish, little smokies. You know what little smokies are? They're those little sausages. And she would mix it in with chili sauce and apricot pineapple jam. She'd mix that up, melt it down, and we actually had it today for lunch. But we were at the store and I was looking for the chili sauce. It isn't in that little roundish jar that I remember growing up. I was so disappointed. I had to buy a jar that looked like ketchup. But anyway, that's my life and teeny weeny bummers. Okay, so let's get started. Let's start with the little one. Okay, so this is a Valentine Kisses transfer. So it's got Valentine, it's got kisses, it's got some lips right here. So we are going to put that on this jar and we're just going to use chalk. I could use ink and heat set it, but again, we're working with that permanent thing. I don't want it permanent, but if you did want it permanent, you could use ink or you could use etching cream. But again, my choice, I don't want it permanent. So I'm going to cut the transfer apart, but I'm not going to cut the backer sheet. So I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to use one blade. You could do this with an X-Acto knife, but it works with just your blade of your scissors. And I'm just cutting along that little cut line. That way my backer sheet stays whole, but my transfer can come apart. So what I think...
Lana says, cool, she loves dill pickles. Now she has a reason to eat them.
Yes.
You know
yes.
what, Lana? When you get up here, you're going to have some dill
pickles. Oh, yeah. I've got
had
some dill pickles. I make some mean dill pickles, apparently.
Mean dill pickles.
Mean dill pickles.
Honestly, I hate opening a jar because they don't last very long.
Okay. Now, I'm not going to wax this. If you wax glass, you're going to end up with this smeary film all over it, which you don't want. But I will tell you, our transfers, which are adhesive, reusable silkscreen transfers, reusable 10 to 12 times if you clean them up and take good care of them. They're very sticky, especially the first time you use them, and especially on a flat, smooth surface like this, it's going to grab really hard, which is good until you go to take it off. And then if it's too hard to take off, you can actually stretch or distort your transfer. So you don't want that. So I'm just fuzzing it. So I'm putting a little bit of lint on that sticky part. This isn't a magic towel. It's our company this towel our company sells called a fuzzing cloth, but you could just use any bath towel, terry cloth towel. You could use your t-shirt too. Just don't use something that's got a lot of dog hair on it. Okay, so I'm gonna stand up and do this. So I'm going to, there's like a seam line in two places. So I'm gonna try to get this on.
She's way over there.
Straight. Well, I'm trying to balance it up against that towel. Okay, so pretty good. I got it like right to the seam line, right from one seam line to the other. So our transfers are flexible enough so that it goes around this curved surface really easily. And so I'm just pushing down to make sure I don't have any air bubbles. Making sure that adheres to the surface. So I'm just going to start with Valentine, and then I'm going to come back and do kisses underneath. And guess what we're going to put in here? Hi, Tracy. How is my friend Tracy? I sent you a message too. I sent you lots of messages. Something was wrong with my keyboard. I apologize. I sent her like 5 lines of Tracy, 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 Tracy. I don't know if you can remove those messages, but sorry. Okay, so I got that pushed down, air bubbles out, and I think I'm going to use raspberry sorbet for Valentine, and then I'm going to use candy apple for the word kisses. Does that sound okay to you?
It's okay by me.
I'm going to put this on the towel.
Alana typed in Hershey's Kisses.
Hershey's Kisses. Uh-oh. You got the magic message.
They should win like a prize for guessing.
Well, it's in the pinned comments. It's if they type something that gets them a message that's not that night's pinned comments.
Is that how they get it?
I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to stir this up just a little bit. It's a pretty good consistency, but just real quick. I love this color. It's a pretty, I don't know. It's a little purplish to it. It's not Barbie pink, which Barbie pink doesn't really do it for me. To each their own, but anyway, I like this. So I'm going to put a little bit. This again is our Chalkology Paste, which is chalk in paste form. It is semi-permanent, so when it's dry, it will be smudge and budge proof. And as long as it stays dry and doesn't get a lot of scratching, it will stay just well and fine on this surface until you're ready to take it off. So I'm going to take that paste and I'm going to push it through the screen.
It has to be Hershey's Kisses because it's hard to keep dog kisses in a jar.
Although that's probably the best place for.
Dog kisses.
Did
it fall over on you, Daisy?
That probably hurt her. That quick movement.
There you go.
So we can call Daisy a tripod now because she's pretty much down to 3 legs till that surgery. She's not putting much weight on her bad leg.
Okay, you guys curl up again.
Okay, so I'm cleaning off any excess paste, putting it back in my jar, and check my fingers, and I'm going to start peeling.
That's so appealing.
And I'm going to go from one edge to the other. Here we go. Valentine, can you see it?
They can see it.
Okay, I'm going to put this down. Can you see how it curled up? That's because when I pulled it off, I was putting some pressure to it, stretching it. Not that that's necessarily bad, but I told you it adheres really tightly to the glass. If it was much tighter and I had to pull much harder, it would curl up really, really tight, and that might not have been great. So I'm going to spray it so it stays damp until I'm ready to clean it. That makes cleaning it easier. And I've got Valentine right here. So I'm going to just hit this with my dryer. So that I don't smudge it while it's still wet. Cute, cute, cute. Yes, thank you. Yes, Libby and Gracie are sending their kisses. Duke is starting to notice that Daisy's struggling a little bit. Duke has been kind of oblivious. Like, let's go out and run. Let's go out and wrestle. He's starting to realize, oh, something's not right with my sister. Okay, so that is dry. And now I'm going to use the kisses part. So I'm going to be very careful because there's some adhesive here and it's going to end up touching some of these letters and I don't want it to grab onto that paste. Ordinarily, if it was on wood, I would probably wax it, but it's not on wood, it's on glass, and that would leave a smeary mess. So I'm just going to fuzz this really, really well, especially that top part, so that it doesn't grab onto that paste when I go to pull it up. Okay, fuzz, 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 fuzz. Okay. Let's give it a try. Now I'm going to leave this towel so that this is centered. Get this right side up. I'm going to put E-A-L. So the N is pretty much centered. Okay. And I'm going to actually go up into the word. Okay.
Break the wall.
Break the wall? Okay, but I'm not going to push down hard where those other letters are. Like I said, I don't want to grab that paste and pull it up with my sticky transfer. But I'm pushing this down to make sure there's no air bubbles. And now I'm going to use my candy apple paste. Onto that, I might need it. So this is our candy apple red, bright, woohoo, hoochie mama lipstick red. And paste over those letters.
Yeah, what happened to your bright red lipstick you were wearing for a while?
It bothers me. It's just too bright.
You got so many compliments on it.
Well, they don't have to look in my mirror. Okay, so gently, don't pull up any paste. So far, woohoo! There we go. I don't know if you can see that. Let me get this down. Okay.
No,
Whoop,
there you
over
go.
here, Valentine kisses. You know what? Let me see if I can put something in there so you can see. It might not be the color. Okay. Valentine kisses. So cute. I like it. Okay, but I'm not ready to clean that yet. I'm just going to spray it so it stays damp. And I'm going to dry this. You so proud of me that I put the red over the pink?
I am. The time work a lot of times they call it breaking the wall. You guys have heard of on television, they say breaking the fourth wall when you're talking to the audience.
Oh,
But this is the time it's breaking the wall and you shouldn't catch well. Sometimes they should.
okay. So as long as this stays dry, this is smudge and budge proof. I'm not touching that red yet because it might still be a little, but you can see it's not coming off. It's staying right there, and it'll stay that way until I moisten it and scrape it off and change it up. So here is candy jar number 1. Now we still have the lips, but you know what? I'm going to put the lips. I think I'm going to put the lips on the lid. I'll do that last. But the next one is our square jar. And for that one, I'm going to we used this transfer already on this piece, the Hugs and Kisses, February 14th, XOXO. So we're going to use this one again. It's called Hugs and Kisses XOXO. I don't know if any of you bought it when we did this last. I'm not going to use the January 14th. But I am going to I'm going to use the Hugs, and I'm going to use the Kisses, and I'm going to use the XOXO. So on one side, make sure that's clean. On one side, I'm going to say Hugs. And on the opposite side, I'll say Kisses. And then on the other two sides, I will do the XOXO. So again, now this one I have used before, so it's a little less sticky. But I'm still going to fuzz it, again, because I'm putting it on glass. So we bought Hershey's Kisses and M&Ms at the grocery store. What kind of Halloween? I am stuck on Halloween
Really,
and Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving and Halloween.
Okay. What kind of Valentine's candy do you like? Did I just say January 4th? Probably.
I don't know if you did or not. I was going back and forth between what's being played.
That's all right. I said there were 14 transfers on something yesterday. Okay, so I'm just going to do Hugs here. And I think, so what should I do? Hugs and Kisses just in the Shimmer Frost, and then XOXO in the pink and red. Okay, so we're going to do that. I'm going to use Shimmer Frost paste, which looks really pretty. And especially with our frosts, I want to stir them up. I want to get those mica flakes distributed. And down here in our basement, this paste gets exposed to a little bit of weather. It gets a little cool down here, not freezing, but which can do some stuff to your paste. So I'm stirring that up, and I'm just going to chalk Hugs. It should go up. The word should go up. What do you think, Bill? Hello. The word should go up, or should the word go down?
That's
I never
your choice.
know.
Just make them both the same.
Okay, it's already down. I'm gonna make the word go up. Okay, so any favorite Valentine's candy? I personally, I like the almond Kisses, Hershey's Kisses with almond. And I like the Reese's peanut butter hearts, or any kind of Reese's peanut butter. So just the word Hugs, I'm doing in Shimmer Frost, so it will be very subtle. I did this. I used Shimmer Frost on our glass doors that go out to our deck right before Christmas. Some of you may have been with us when we did that. And they say, bless this farmhouse Christmas. They look so pretty. I hate to take them off, even though Christmas is gone. So it might say, bless this farmhouse Christmas for many, many months. Okay, so here is hugs on my jar.
Oh, her favorite's candy hearts with sayings.
Oh, I do like candy hearts too, but not the sour ones.
My voice is a little blurry. Maybe your ears are out of focus.
Okay. So I'm going to dry this because I'm going to end up turning it over. And I can tell you there's a couple little spots where it kind of bled. So when it's dry, I'm going to show you how I can clean those up, especially on glass. Super easy. You know, our shimmers take a little bit extra time to dry.
Not sour for me either.
No, don't care for sour.
Karen's coming to love sour.
Oh, probably
We're going to get on Karen's good side and give her sour. She loves sour.
Yes. I think my kids like, well, no. Michael likes the Sour Patch. Dan doesn't because he turned his nose up at Zots because they were too sour.
Okay, how many of you remember Zots? Z-O-T-S.
Okay, this is our detail tool. And one side has a little tiny squeegee, and then this side has this little pointy, firm plastic,
Again, technical
pointy
terms.
thingy. And I'm just going to take this, and I'm going to just kind of scratch away where that bled. It's really easy because the surface is so smooth. I can also use this on our chalkboard surfaces and anything. If I've used some wood where I've waxed it, I can scrape off any little boo-boos. Okay, so it's kind of like a little eraser, but I'm really just kind of scraping it off. Okay, so that's dry enough to turn over.
Hey, it's backwards.
Okay, so this is going to be kisses up this side.
Go back to the other camera. I'm trying to decide which way to go, and things are moving fast enough. I must be slow in my old age.
Okay, same thing. Shimmer, frost, chalk paste. It is kind of a not fully opaque white, kind of a little bit translucent, but it's got a shimmer in it. It's got mica flakes, little teeny tiny microscopic mica flakes. So it looks really pretty. It's similar to if you had etched glass. I mean, you can tell the difference, but it kind of gives that effect. Okay, so I'm going to come at it a couple different directions. I'm going to put my excess back in my jar, put that in the water, and I'm going to peel this up. You ready? This is always the exciting part.
We're watching.
Woo-hoo. Here we go.
Kisses.
Kisses. Okay. So I'm going to put that down and I'm going to spray it. And I'm going to dry it with my quick dry tool. It kind of looks like an embossing gun, if any of you have done scrapbooking, but it does not get nearly that hot. An embossing gun gets screaming hot. This is similar to a weak hairdryer. It doesn't blow very hard, and it doesn't get super hot. Eventually I'm going to pull my hand away, but it doesn't get super hot because it's really only used for drying paste like this. And I see a couple little spots here I'm going to touch up. could be that the surface of the glass is not completely flat. But so here I have hugs and kisses, and then I'm going to do the XOXOs on each side. Again, fuzz, fuzz, fuzz. And I don't think I'm going to do the outline. I think I'm just going to do the XOXO because that stands for hugs and kisses, right?
So you've got kisses to put in there. How are you going to put hugs in there?
I could buy hugs, Hershey's hugs.
In there?
Well, I could mix them. I don't have any.
Oh, I was going to say, I didn't know you had.
I don't have any, but I could add some.
I think you can.
Yeah, you probably would. Okay. So I'm going to alternate colors. So I'm going to start with the candy apple. For the X's. And I'm going kind of slow because it's a small space. And I could get a smaller tool, and then I'm going to do pink, like raspberry sorbet. Oops, I just got that in the border, but I can scrape that off. Am I making you dizzy flipping this thing around?
Not me. I'm sending a picture right now.
Okay, so I don't want my paste to dry in my screen, so I'm going to paste and pull. So I've got half of this done. I'm going to pull this up.
Yay, Sylvia's watching.
Hey,
Hi,
Sylvia. And I'm going to give this a quick dry. Because I don't want it to dry in the screen, because if it does and I pull up the screen, I pull up the paste. So I don't want that. So I'm pulling it up, releasing it, and then I'm just going to gently lay that down and not push down on it. Now I'm going to switch the order of my letters. So now I'm going to do the X's in raspberry down here.
That's so special. Hey, I'm missing Ken tonight. Where's my buddy?
Your buddy?
My buddy.
Your buddy. I don't know. I don't know. Don't know.
He's probably got life. That happens.
Imagine that. Okay, so I've got the pink on the X's, and I'm going to put the red. My red is a little thick. I should probably thin it down just a bit.
Melissa says looks great, and she loves it.
Thank you. XOXO. Hugs and kisses.
Why didn't you put that in as a clue? I mean, if you put in XOXO, I mean, like they're saying,
No,
hugs and kisses.
because when we did this one, the keyword was XOXO, and it's still active.
I was
Still active.
I was hoping it would be, that way I feel like people were sending me hugs and kisses.
Okay, so now I've got that bottom one done. So I'm going to peel that off. There we go. XOXO. Fancy. What do you think?
Fancy schmancy.
Okay, give it a quick dry. And we are almost done. I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to use that transfer again. So I'm going to clean it before I use it. So this way you'll see how I clean a transfer. I'm not going to clean these just yet. These to the side. So I'm going to clean this one so you can see how I do it. I'm going to start with just some water and a paper towel. I like to use a paper towel to start with. to get that excess, that initial paste off of the transfer.
Patty says, doesn't make her dizzy with you flipping around.
Oh,
Doesn't make
good.
her dizzy like that flashing lights at the car.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay. So, and then I'm going to finish up with my board eraser. And I've got a little bucket of water. I'm just going to dip it in. I could just do it with spray. But now I'm going to take my board eraser and clean the rest of this off. Now, using the paper towel just kind of saves wear and tear on my board eraser. They're pretty durable, but they're not meant to last forever. So if I can get some of it cleaned up with a paper towel, that means I don't have to use my board eraser quite as much. But nothing cleans it like the board eraser. And I sell these in my shop. Again, they're like a magic eraser, but there's no chemicals because you don't want to use chemicals on this. If you don't have one of these, you can just clean it with a sponge. Just be very gentle. You don't want to damage that that silk screen. So I've got it front and back. I've got it cleaned off. Now, because I'm going to use this again, I'm not going to let it air dry. I'm just going to take a shop towel here and I'm going to dry off. You want to be careful using paper on the sticky side because you don't want the paper to adhere. But when it's just drying, it will work okay. And then voila, I've got the screen cleaned out and my transfer is ready to use again. So I'm going to just make sure it's dry. And let me make sure this is dry. Okay, that seems dry.
X is red.
What?
I was going to say,
Oh.
you're going to match it. Top X.
Yeah, so this will have, do I match it or do I want to unmatch it?
Let's see, match it on this side. Okay. But that's just me.
That's just you. And now I'm wondering, do I need to match it all the way through? Should I get a level?
Well, if Darla was here, she'd be
Yeah, well, Darla's not here, is she?
Crazy Darla.
Thought she was my friend, but she doesn't watch my lives.
Oh, no, you're not practicing to be a mom at all.
No. Guilting people, guilting my friends. You know, some of my friends are watching. They just don't comment. They just don't comment. Like Estelle. Estelle, my friend, watches and doesn't comment. So if you're out there, Estelle, hello.
But she sent me a painting. And I appreciate
Okay, so what did I say? Do I want to do red again? We'll match because it will look opposite. But I'm going to start with the pink because my pink is thinner.
Your pink is
My
what?
pink is thinner. My red is a little drier, so it dries a little bit faster. So I'm going to start with the pink and get it on because I have a little extra time to work. So I'm just pushing that through the silk screen. Okay. And now I'm going to switch over to my red.
You'll have to check your photos later on.
Okay.
Text messages.
So, Chalk News. They are releasing tomorrow something called Creative Kickstart, which is a set of 2 new transfers and a set of, what are they, embellishments, accent pieces. So that will release tomorrow morning. So stay tuned to the page because I will let you know when those launch. Okay. I got a little bit, let me remove that there. Okay. So paste and peel. I'm going to dry this. Okay, and I'll lay that back down gently and then push this part down that I haven't chalked. And I'm going to go back to my pink.
Cheryl says she needs a turntable for her projects.
Turntable, like a lazy Susan?
Don't call her lazy.
Well, don't call me round.
Round Robin?
Round Robin and Lazy Susan. I used to have a sister-in-law named Susan. We were Round Robin and Lazy Susan. Got pink through there. Scrape that off. And last time with red. Actually, no, not last time with red. I'm going to do those lips on the top.
Yeah, that's what she was talking about. So, thanks, Susan.
Yeah, that would be, or a cake decorating tray, rotating tray.
You can just get a record player.
There you go. Okay, and let's peel this off.
I think everybody in this group is
There
old
we
enough to know
go.
what a record player is.
I don't know. Probably. They know what typewriters are. Okay, so there I have XOXOXO on both sides. I have hugs. I have kisses. Now I don't remember which side I haven't dried. So give that just a blast of heat. I'm going to put the lips on the lid. I don't have to. I've also got this transfer that we used yesterday, the Valentine minis, which has a bunch of 12 different, not 14, but 12. Could you imagine being named Birdie?
Yeah.
Yeah. 12 different little designs. Any of those would be great here. But I think I'm going to just use these lips because it kind of has the kisses theme. I don't know. So we use the lips and get that fuzzed. And actually, there's lips and a heart. So I think I'll do the lips in red, and I will do the heart, just the little heart in pink. And here I'm just using my multi-tool. I just grabbed it because I already put my squeegee in the water. And back to my red for some bright red lips on the top of my candy jar.
Cheryl says her best friend is named Birdie.
Birdie. Is that a nickname? Or that's the full name? Okay. Close this up. Dump that in the water. Close. I don't know what she's doing. Daisy's kind of got.
The other top for eyeballs.
Okay, so let's peel this off. Cute,
There you
cute,
go.
cute. Look at those details.
Now we're
Can you
gonna
see?
see the red
Can you
lip.
see the details? And that's not where paste didn't stick. That's detail in the transfer. You can get that detail because these are silk screens. You can't get that detail with a traditional stencil. You could only get the outline. Okay, so let's dry this up and then let's fill these candy jars.
That's going to be my favorite part. of the film.
Filling. You like the emptying of the candy jars.
All of the above.
Although we went to Winco. I don't know if you all have a Winco. It's a grocery store, kind of a discount grocery store. It's employee owned, and so you bag your own groceries. You don't have to check out your own groceries, but you bag your own groceries, and it's really good prices, and they have a big bulk food section. Well,
Big book.
they did not have any bags of Hershey's Kisses. So I had to buy them in the bulk section. But that's okay. Okay, so these are done, and let me show you my bulk. Woohoo! Look at my bulk kisses. You got a lot of kissing going on around here. So let's.
Girl says she loves them, so.
Good.
The Wichita actually stands for
Ooh, I'm making a mess.
Washington,
Look at my mess.
Idaho, Nevada, California,
California.
and Oregon. That's what it stands for, and apparently they're moving into Montana.
They're in other states, but I think originally it was those 5 states.
I didn't know are they in Utah?
I'm not sure, but I know they're more than those 5 states, but maybe not originally. Okay, so
I think you need some hooks put in that one.
okay, well you'll have to buy me some hugs. Okay, so
Too tight. You're gonna smash my kisses.
here, we'll put some in the lid. Ooh, there we go. Okay, so here we have. I don't know if you can see it. XOXO kisses.
It'll show up or when
Hugs.
I get done.
When they're emptied, they will be. And then this says Valentine kisses. You kind of have to be right next to it, which is a good thing to be right next to the candy.
Only if the lid's off.
Only if the lid's off. That can easily be remedied.
Let's put it this way, since we have a candy table.
Is that what it is?
I guess we always have candy on this
We
table.
have a hall table and it's got a candy dish.
Yeah.
Dishes.
And we actually had to buy a little container so that the wrappers that come off the candies have somewhere to go other than we don't have a trash can out at that.
Well, instead of walking the 10 feet to the trash can.
Yeah,
which
that's
just, it's kind of like the socks in the hamper. Okay, one time I asked the mailman if he wanted a kiss. Candy, of course. And he had a big smile on his. Uh-oh. We used to have a Halloween carnival at our church every year, and we would have a kissing booth. And so there'd be this big sheet up in front, and it's a kissing booth, and a little hole for you to stick your head in, and then there'd be a cute little girl back there. It was usually Candace. And with bright red lipstick, and she'd poke her head out every so often and say, "Come to the kissing booth, come to the kissing booth," and they'd poke their head in there, and she'd give them an unwrapped chocolate kiss in their mouth. So that was fun. Okay, so this is our project tonight, and I'm going to clean those up. You saw me clean one already. When I get them all cleaned up, I'm going to put them back on their backer sheets, the shiny side to the sticky side, and they will be good to reuse again 10 to 12 or even more times. Again, if you are interested in the transfers that we use, I just put the transfers in the cart link tonight. So the Valentine Kisses transfer, the Valentine Hugs and Kisses XOXO, and the Valentine Minis. If you're interested in any of those, type the word kisses. Is that the keyword? Kisses.
Well, I had Hershey's kisses on
Kisses in the comments, and my bot will send you a link. If you are interested in signing up for our email list, you can comment email, and we'll send you the form to fill out to get put on our email list. And if you would, if you're interested in the Creative Kickstart, check back on our page tomorrow morning. It kicks off at 8 o'clock Pacific time, and I will try to get a few things posted ahead of time. I think they've just now come out with some of the photographs that I can post and show you what those are. Those might be something you're interested in getting. They're not Valentine's Day specific. They're just kind of inspirational, springy type, not even necessarily spring, kind of a year-round items. So take a look at those tomorrow. And if nothing else, I ordered them. I haven't received them, but I will show you some photos of them tomorrow on our live, which we will be back probably tomorrow evening, 6 o'clock. And again, I don't know what we're doing. Oh, I do know what we're doing, but it's a surprise.
It's
It's a surprise.
Even for me?
Even for you.
Okay, what about emails?
Emails, type email in the comments, and we will get you. You can fill out the Google form to sign up to officially give us your email address so we can add you to our list so we don't get accused of spamming you. So it's something that you need to sign up for. But we're going to work on getting out a newsletter, getting out some quick information to you because Facebook doesn't always put it up in your feed. So, okay, well, Cheryl, we will see you tomorrow. Everybody else, thanks for hanging with us, all 8 of you. So whoever has not commented, thanks for watching. If you are watching the replay, please comment #replay so we know you were here and we can reach out and say hello. If you have any questions, send me a comment and we'll be happy to help you out. Anyway, let's see. How am I going to pose with these? These don't show very well. Is that? I'm probably just going to have to take a picture of it. Okay, done posing. So, thanks so much for staying with us. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great few waning hours of your weekend, and have a great week next week. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.